Hello, welcome to SSGTV South Sudan Global. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe as we'll continue to bring you informative videos. South Sudan hastily joined the East African Community (EAC) on 5th September 2016 without due diligence. In terms of cultural and economic dimensions, South Sudan has nothing in common with the EAC member states. The leaders auctioned South Sudan to the EAC, disregarding the long-term effects of the short-sighted decision. While other member states have gained a lot from the EAC, South Sudan has not gained anything. In fact, its presence in the EAC has destroyed it completely. In this analysis, we have analyzed 5 reasons why South Sudan should leave the EAC. Here are they. Number 1. Sabotage of South Sudanese businesses. Ask any South Sudanese who has a business in any of the so-called EAC states. They will tell you about the hellish experiences they are going through. The internal affairs, ministries, and tax agencies of the EAC member states regard South Sudanese as foreigners. In fact, their tax agencies and local governments are known to come up with unconstitutional measures, e.g. double taxation, hikes in trading license fees, hikes in work permit fees, intimidation and harassment, among others. The internal affairs, ministries, tax agencies, and local governments always do everything to close down a successful South Sudanese business so that their nationals can take over. Until this blatant violation of the EAC tenets is addressed, this media house urged South Sudanese to initiate an exit from the EAC. EAC is a waste of time. Number 2. Vice justice system for South Sudanese victims. The justice system in neighboring countries is biased. In many cases, justice is skewed in favor of their nationals. South Sudanese in the neighboring countries are on their own. It beats the logic as to why South Sudan is in the EAC, a club that hates and despises its citizens. For South Sudan to stay in the EAC, we must see tangible actions the judicial system in the neighboring countries are taking to remain impartial. Otherwise, South Sudan is on its way out of the EAC, and South Sudanese are ready to pursue the goal no matter the consequences. Number 3. Abating looting of South Sudan's wealth. South Sudanese ruling elites are pumping looted money from South Sudan into neighboring countries. South Sudan is suffering from what we called the tragedy of the commons. South Sudan has become a grazing land for anyone. South Sudanese ruling elites who are less intelligent and stupid have become found in neighboring countries. These ruling elites, among them President Kiir and General Akolkor, which own mansions in Kenya, Uganda, and Ethiopia, among others. For those shallow minds that support President Kiir and his fellow oligarchs, it is high time you undergo a psychiatric evaluation. Supporting thieves like President Kiir, General Akolkor, and Turkey, among others, is the highest level of madness anyone can wear. The neighboring countries' governance systems have ensured that South Sudan never achieved its status as a nation. South Sudanese are now calling on the neighboring countries to take action, or else the so-called EAC will implode. Number 4. Encroaching on South Sudan's land. Kenya has already encroached on the Nadafal and Ilemi triangles, while Uganda is eyeing Mayo. If these countries want South Sudan to be in the so-called EAC, they must vacate our land. In fact, South Sudan does not need the EAC. The EAC will kill South Sudan. The best way to counter-violence the sham EAC for South Sudan to look towards the Horn of Africa. South Sudan can form an economic alliance with North Sudan, Eritrea, Ethiopia, Djibouti, and Somalia. Culturally and behaviorally, South Sudan has much more in common with the countries in the Horn of Africa than the countries in the EAC. Number 5. General population hatred towards South Sudanese. The governments of the EAC member states failed to educate their citizens on the acceptance of South Sudanese as equal members of the EAC. South Sudanese are segregated in many ways in the EAC member countries. The majority of East Africans look at South Sudanese as people you can steal from, murder, harass, etc. However, these East Africans are treated well in South Sudan. In fact, most of these East Africans don't even have work permit, but they are taking jobs in South Sudan. At the end of the day, the money they make in South Sudan is not invested in the country but siphoned into their home country using the national banks that have dominated the South Sudan banking sector. Other EAC member states are the ones enjoying the fruits of the EAC until these EAC member states step in not only to educate their citizens but actually punish them when they hurt. Otherwise, the EAC member states will wake up one day and find South Sudan gone. After all, South Sudan is better off being in the Kuch Economic Forum (CEF) than the EAC. In conclusion, these are some of the reasons South Sudan must exit the EAC. There are others as well. What do you think? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Please don't forget to subscribe to SSGTV South Sudan Global.